How's it going, guys? Regime here for another Black Ops 3 video. Today I'm going to be helping you with headshot medals. How do you get them easily, to get the camos, to get gold and diamond, etc. So I'm going to be helping you with that today. If you guys do find it useful, obviously a like would be awesome. And I've got tons of other videos on my channel to help you with loads of other things. But that's all I want to quickly say. Let's get into today's guide. So first of all, you know what you need them for. You need them for gold, obviously. You need 100 of them. You need them with assault rifles, SMGs, and you need them with LMGs. So it pretty much works the same way with all of them. Now, what kind of things do I suggest? Well, I've got tons of tips. The first thing I'd say is before you actually, go and actually get headshots, train a little bit. Just quickly get used to getting headshots. Get used to your setup, which I'm going to give you guys in a second. And the way I suggest doing that, one way you do it, obviously you could go into a private match. You could just go into a random lobby and start trying. Or you could actually go into like Newtown and try getting headshots with the mannequins. I like doing that just for a few minutes to warm up very quickly. And once you get used to it, you'll get tons and tons of headshots. Trust me, it will work. You'll get upwards of like 15, 20, something like that per game. Really good. And you're really going to do this very, very fast. So that's the first thing. In terms of game modes, I would the one I really like is free for all. Why do I like free for all? Well, it's because free for all, there's much more enemies than say TDM or other things, and they're quite close to you. What that means is that you've got more enemies coming close to you, so you've got a higher chance of actually getting those headshots. It increases the likelihood of actually getting headshots. But hardcore is also good, so things like TDM and free for all are good because it means if you're kind of at those further away distances, obviously it means that you're going to have to shoot more bullets into them because they're further away. If you're in hardcore, however, as long as you don't get shot in the back or anything, you can shoot them normally with 1 or 2 bullets because hardcore means if you shoot them in the head, you have to do very, very little damage to actually kill them. So hardcore TDM and free-for-all, again, free-for-all in hardcore is very similar to normal free-for-all, the way it works. And it's a little bit harder, so you may get less headshots, but I like to switch it up from time to time and go between hardcore and free-for-all. And, if you sometimes want to do objective game modes, that can also work as well because it means that if they're distracted, then you can come behind them and, just shoot them. But mainly just focus on free-for-all, I'd say. That's the best one. What next? Well, next let's talk about the actual class setup. So what I like to go for is obviously, now in my case I was using the XR2, so I got the XR2 for, if you think you've got a really good iron sight, then don't bother, but generally I think it's a lot better to go with iron sights. The reflex sight is simple, it's clean, and it doesn't take up too much screen, but it's obviously also used as well. So go for the reflex sight. It's really, really good. I just recommend the standard default red dot. If you want to change it up for something else, at some point I thought Eclipse was good. There's different red dots, so maybe try some out. And if you like the standard one, cool. If you want to look for a different one, then maybe choose a different one. Some of the ones that are flat are normally good, like that have some kind of line, because it means you can kind of try and get the enemy head within that line. So lines or dots or something is good. Anything with extravagant dots or extravagant patterns on the actual reticle are really not very good at all. So you want to go for simple ones that actually are easy to kind of show where the enemy head is and just kind of shoot them. Obviously, a main big tip, and I know this sounds really stupid, but a lot of people don't actually do it, is actually try and go for the head. What I mean by this is actually really kind of urge yourself to actually shoot upwards towards the head. I'll try and talk more about that at the end of the video. But so that we've got our optic sight covered, yeah. Then for attachments, I've gone for a quick draw. This obviously means you can aim down sights faster, so if you go around a corner or if you come across an enemy, you're going to aim down sight faster and more likely going to get that headshot than they are able to kill you. So it just means you're easily going to be kind of aiming in and aiming at their head to shoot them. So it just makes it easier for you, really. The next one I've gone for is high caliber. Now this is an attachment that actually increases the headshot damage that you do, so it's very important and it makes it a lot easier. I switched when I actually put the high caliber on. I noticed a big difference between it on and off. It normally reduces it by at least maybe about 1 billet, I don't know, but it's very useful. The high caliber attachment, I definitely recommend it. And then finally, I really don't suggest go with much else, so I'd say go with another attachment. You have to use a wild card for that, but I would say go with another attachment if you want to. You don't really need it, but it just helps you. Something like stock's good, but grip's also good, so I'd say either choose between grip or stock, to be honest. Choose between one of those. Grip's obviously going to be good because it means you're going to be more accurate, so maybe you want to go with that, or if you want to go with stock to kind of aim down sight while you're going around a corner or something, so you're more likely going to be able to keep kind of on target rather than having to aim in late and then them shooting you and you kind of getting hit and going everywhere. So grip's probably, I would say go more with grip, but stock's still fine as well. It's up to you guys really there. Now for the actual the secondary and all that, I leave that. For lethal, I've left in this case because a lethal is going to give you a kill but you don't want kills for that. You want kills with your weapon. You want to focus on your weapon, on your headshots. So definitely forget about lethals. Focus on your weapon. Next, we're going to talk about tacticals. If you've got a spare point, like in my case, you might want to go for a tactical like a concussion. It's going to mean if you can chuck it around a corner or something, you can get them distracted, and then you can come and get the headshot while they're all kind of confused and dazzled and dazed. So that might help you, but generally just don't bother with equip it, but don't really try too hard to use it. If you use it and find whatever, good. If not, don't worry. And then for perks, we've got 3 perks. In perk 1, we've got Sixth Sense. This shows like a red cone when an enemy's close to you, so it's really good in free-for-all because quite often enemies will sneak behind you, so you can quickly turn around and shoot them, and obviously aim for their head. Otherwise, a lot of times I noticed that otherwise I wouldn't have noticed that person, and either they didn't see me and they went off and I kind of lost the potential headshot, or they shot me in the back and I got annoyed and it just meant that I died more, and it would, so Sixth Sense is really useful in free-for-all because you're constantly close to a lot of enemies, so that's definitely going to be helpful, and you can get a lot more headshots. Try and be a bit sneaky, go around the paths and go behind people to kind of get headshots and that kind of thing. Next, perk 2, we got Fast Hands. This means basically when you're sprinting and when you come to aim in your weapon, you're going to be doing it faster with Fast Hands. So we've got our Quick Draw, which basically means you can aim in faster altogether, and we've got Fast Hands, which means after sprinting you're going to aim in faster. So that altogether is going to mean that you're going to be having faster aiming in, and it just basically means you're going to be more likely to get on the target and shoot sooner than they are to shoot you back. So that's what it is. And then for the third perk, this is up to you. You don't even have to go with it. If you don't, then fine. But I've gone with Awareness. It means that you can actually hear enemy movements and stuff more easily. And what that means is that obviously in free-for-all you're very close to people. So if you hear someone, you think, oh, I think there's someone to my right, and then you turn around, sneakily get a headshot before they notice you. That I got that quite a few times, so that's definitely why it's useful, and I definitely suggest that. And that's pretty much the setup. The final few things I want to say quickly, like I say, yeah, actually go for the headshot. Really aim for the headshot. You know what I mean? Like you'll definitely know what I mean once you get into it. When you go for a headshot, it's almost like half the time you're shooting just above their head and you're skimming their head, and the other time, what I kind of rely on quite a lot is when I'm shooting the enemy, I'll aim just about their head, but the very top of their head. And what will happen is obviously your weapon will kick up, so the bullets will go above their head, but when it comes back down again and stabilize it normally hits them on the head. I don't know how to explain it. You'll know when you actually have a headshot because you'll hear like a little, I don't know the sound. I'll try and play the sound. It's kind of it's a very weird sound. It's a very distinguishable sound. You will know it's kind of like a kind of sound when you actually get a headshot, like a crack sound. I don't know how to describe it. That's the first thing. Also, people who are at windows, either if you're in a window or something opposite, someone who's looking out of a window, then obviously you just have to aim just about where their head is, because normally only their head will be sticking out the window. So it's almost like the window itself actually selects where you need to shoot. So that's really useful. If you come up behind them and they're shooting out the window, that's great. Again, you just have to it's really easy. You've got an easy target. They can't see you. Just aim for the head. If they're lying on the floor, if you're normally right in front of them and they're right in front of you, and you're kind of maybe about eye level or something, or kind of, generally you can pick out the head really easily and just shoot them, so that's another useful thing. Or if you're to the side of them and they don't see you and they're on the floor, you can easily shoot them again. That's even more easy. Behind a wall as well, what I mean by this is if they're crouching and like they're behind a wall or a box or something like that, and you can just about see like the top of their chest and their head, that's really good because it kind of the rest of the body isn't distracting you, it's only the head, so it's more, it kind of picks it off you. It's really good. And obviously players that are, if any players are inactive, then you can find them and shoot them. It's kind of an obvious one though. But I think that's about it. Gonna cover it for today, so hope you guys find this useful. If you did, it'd be really awesome if you could share this around with people and let me guys know what you think. If this did help you, I did a similar guide last year for Advanced Warfare and found a lot of people were helped by this, so I hope it did to you. You want to check out other content on our channel, got tons of other YouTube videos to help you with different Black Ops 3 things. But thank you guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll see you guys in another one of my videos very soon.